Hello everyone, Old School from WhatTheBuck.net coming to you live from Buccaneers training camp. Standing in the back of the media section here doing our live update. Today was a great practice. You guys have heard me thus far this week say that I was a little disappointed in the energy level. Felt like things were just missing a little bit. Today, it all came together. The weather was fine, overcast, cool, no rain. So the facility was terrific, but the more important part was how the players reacted to it. The 7-on-7s, all of the padded stuff that they did. The only thing they didn't do that I would have liked to have seen was goal line, and we didn't get a chance to see true one-on-ones, bigs versus bigs. But other than that, we got a chance to see a whole lot of great action, driving the ball down the field. And I'll tell you today, the defense won. Coach Cutter just said in his little presser post-practice, the defense is certainly ahead. That's what you expect every year, and that's what we see today. The ones versus ones, defense versus offense. The defense definitely looks spectacular today. A lot of pressure. Linebackers doing a lot of great work. Secondary doing a lot of great work across the board. It really wasn't limited to one area or another. Another couple of points to bring up. Beckwith as well as Bond both popped today. I had not seen that tremendously before, but today they both did, both in 11-on-11s as well as in the Indy drills that they were doing, the pass rush drills. Both of them looked very, very good. In fact, all of our linebackers going against pickup protection looked phenomenal, which is either really, really good for our defense. It's also potentially really, really bad for our offense because they're going to have to get their crap together in order to do that. The defense continues to improve. The offense continues to work. Coach Cutter stressed that this is a slow and steady progression, as well as looking at replaceability. So when you look at the number of guys you can have up, they were shuttling people in and out. And like you just said in the chat there, Morton, depth is going to be the issue. And it's not just depth for injuries. It's about the ability to have portability, have the ability to keep people fresh. If the drop-off is a smaller percentage, then you have the ability to shuttle people in and out and keep them fresh and keep them active. So in general, that's a good thing. So people that popped today, I thought that in general the offense wasn't looking particularly good. A couple of good runs earlier. I did a couple of videos of those that you guys saw. Godwin once again showed out. Mike is Mike, Deshaun's Deshaun. These guys are going to do what they do, and they continue to do it in practice each time. On the defense side of the ball, though, I thought the secondary had a very good day today. All of them across the board. Brent Grimes had a number of chances, a couple where he converted pass breakups, a couple where he didn't, but he was in the right position at the right time. Hargraves as well, Javian Elliott. Safeties across the board seemed to play pretty well as well. It was a real, like I said, it was a defensive day today. Kicking, I tweeted out earlier today, it looked like Aguayo had the edge today. In the early going, what they would do is they would drive down, get in the field goal position, then come in and let each of them take the shot, and Aguayo won that early. I'm not sure how it continued throughout the rest of the day at practice. In Cutter's press conference at the end of the day, he stressed once again the ability of getting the depth that they need and being able to figure it out. Scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about playoff chances? Well, Morton, it's tough to say playoff at this point, because we still haven't seen these guys play another team. I think that on paper, this team looks really, really stunning. I think there's a lot of talent, and I think that the coaching staff is taking the right approach. They're going in there, working in the lab. One of the videos that I put out there, no indication to me on the nickel corner job yet, but we'll see more of that as we progress. With regards to the question that just got lobbed about playoff opportunities, the guy moving the trash can just made me blow my train of thought. Oh, the play I tweeted where they ran the bubble screen. You guys have heard me talk about the bubble screen they've implemented. They've been running it constantly. They've been running little drop screens. They like to get the ball to a skill position behind the line of scrimmage so the offensive line can get downfield. The defense came down in their individual drills and practiced that explicitly. They went down when they went to 11-on-11s, ran that play the first play. That's when Javian Elliott tipped it, and Hargraves went ahead and got the pick six. That's the double-edged sword of that play. If it's read properly, you're screwed. So they've got to make sure they disguise it. Now, the defense here has an advantage in that they're looking for it, right? But that's really, really one of the key things. And what's nice is you see them doing that. The way they're segmenting camp, they're in the lab right now, guys, and that's got me encouraged. This is not teaching people basic stuff, and I know that's a pejorative. I don't mean it that way. These are obviously professionals. They've been playing the game a long time. But we're making adjustments on this team now. We're making, the cooks are making tweaks, and that's a really good problem. Quarterback play today, I thought Jameis looked like Jameis. Highs and lows, moments of brilliance, moments of despair. Worked hard, didn't force as much. I put out a video of him hitting Godwin on a really, really tough throw. There are a couple times where he still seems to want to take it downfield where he shouldn't. Fitzpatrick had a better day today. I thought he probably had the edge today over Griffin, but it's hard to tell at that spot. Running backs all look pretty good. Eau Claire showed today. I've been kind of one of those guys not saying that Eau Claire, not banging the Eau Claire drum. Eau Claire showed out today except for in the Indy blocking drills. In actual play, he did very, very well. In Indy blocking drills, there wasn't a tight end that did particularly well other than O.J. Howard, to be honest. O.J. Howard Levante David tried to throw a spin move on him that was just spectacular. OJ recovered, managed to get back into position, get his pad level right, and keep him away from the quarterback. So, generally speaking, man, I'm looking at this trend. Looking forward to the rest of the practices this week, hoping that the intensity can continue. Looking forward to some goal line play. Defensive line looks really, really good, guys. But the offensive line, you know, this defense has an advantage. I'm not saying that as if it's certainly bad. Did I sit next to anyone cool and handsome, Ren ass? Of course I did. I sat next to Rick Brown and behind Ren Dax. And we had Riley Almond for a little while too. So anyway, I'll put this video up on YouTube. We got our podcast tomorrow night. We'll be back at camp tomorrow doing our updates. If you guys have questions, let me know. And there's a real heated conversation in my Twitter mentions on the Conti article that Jonathan Hinkle put out, I guess, last night. It's been very, very heated about Chris Conti. I'm going to try and get an interview with Chris Conti tomorrow if I can. And I do want to make sure that you guys remember, safety position is really hard to evaluate, guys. If you have Game Pass, go back and look at some of those tapes. I'm going to see if I can get Trevor from Peter Report too, because we had a nice conversation about it. But thanks for listening. I'll put this up on YouTube. We'll get those things going. We'll get some more articles out. We'll see you tomorrow morning at training camp. If you come out, let me know. And we'll try and grab lunch. I think we're heading over to La Teresita now. Go Bucks.